coffee break, enjoying the delicious taste and the wonderful aroma, you take out your mobile, click on PhonePe to book your flight. Then you click on Make My Trip to book your hotels, and then click on Myntra and buy a few vacation outfits. Wow, planning vacation is just a few clicks away. Technology has made it so convenient. It is saving so much of our time. But that means we should have more free time. Why are we overwhelmed and stressed due to lack of time then? Thinking about this, you turn to somebody with whom you spend major part of your day, right from the time you wake up till the time you sleep. Your spouse? No, I think nowadays more than spouse, it's the social media, your mobile virtual world. So you open social media, and though you know that you should not be comparing highlight reels of others with blooper reels of your own, you can't help it. So you open Facebook and see that one of your friends is exploring unseen parts of Switzerland. Another has completed one more marathon. And that acquaintance has posted one more beautiful watercolor painting. And your friend from PG days has presented at one more conference. And now you wonder, how do these people find time to exercise, read, and follow their hobbies? Are these special people whom God has gifted more than 24 hours in the days? Can I gain that extra hour? The good news is you can. How? Let's see. So first, let us accept that technology has not just brought convenience. It has also brought distractions and new ways of spending time. So we all have faced this, that we start scrolling and this just 5 minutes turn into 50 minutes before we realize. At the end of the day, we realize, oh, there is no fulfillment in scrolling social media, and still everyone does it the same thing next day. Why does this happen? That is because when you post something, you get a like, and that gives us instant gratification. There is a dopamine rush.
Madam,
Hello?
Yes, ma'am, continue.
You can carry on. You can carry on.
I thought someone said something. So
yes, somebody said, I think there should not be a problem. You can carry on.
Okay, so there is a dopamine rush, and dopamine tells us I'm happy and give me more. And that's why we are stuck in the stimulation trap. And regular tasks which need hard work, which give us delayed gratification, these tasks start appearing increasingly dull and unappealing. And that's the reason we struggle to stay focused on these tasks. So you will ask me, so Priya, you want us to become monks, delete all apps, abstain from all forms of technology. So wait, I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying that you should find a healthy balance with the technology, because I know that social media is a powerful tool. One just needs to learn to use it to advantage. So instead of scrolling mindlessly without having an agenda, you should be intentional. What is being intentional? Whenever you take your mobile in your hand or you're opening, you should ask, what is the purpose? Why am I opening it? What is my goal and how much time do I give? So instead of, oh, let me check what is there on Facebook, you can think, I have got 30 minutes. I want to improve my running. So let me check a video on YouTube, how to run marathon 5 kilometers under 30 minutes. So that is being intentional. So when you want to monitor, when we want to treat blood pressure, you monitor it first. Similarly, you should monitor how much time you're spending on screen and where you are spending those. So have you ever checked your daily screen time? If not, this is the way how you check it. It's very simple. Go to your, open your mobile, go to settings, and then apps and notifications, or go on digital well-being, and you will see how much time you're spending and where you're spending that time. So if you're spending 2 hours daily, that comes to around 730 hours every year. That's 1 month every year. Significant time we are spending on screen. And don't be surprised, because in fact, the research says nowadays daily screen time is 4 to 5 hours. Yes, that is how much time we are spending nowadays on screen. Because these attention thieves, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, these are stealing our time. These are the infinity pool apps. That means there is no end point. They're giving us continuous distractions. So if you rely only on your willpower, they have designed algorithms in such a way that moments will become hours. Your 5 minutes will turn into 50 minutes before you notice it. So what's the solution? You should establish boundaries. There are website blockers and app timers. There are website blockers like Freedom, Rescue Time, Stay Focused. Most of these are paid, but you can block websites which are distracting you. And there is inbuilt app in our smartphone, which is called app timer. What does it do? After the preset time, the said app will be inaccessible for the rest of the day. This is how you do it. Go to settings and then go to apps and notification, and then you can set timer for the particular app. So after, say, you are set WhatsApp 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, for the rest of the day, you won't be able to access WhatsApp. So we all have faced this, that we are working, there is mobile besides us, you're trying to focus, and then there is a notification, ting, and you tend to check it. And you see that one of your friends has sent you a hilarious TikTok video. So you think, 5 minutes to hai, I'll take a break and just check it and then get back to work. But we all know that once you open it, your 1 hour goes into thin air. You have fallen into the never-ending cycle of mindless scrolling. You will neglect your work that needs your attention. I think everyone has faced this. So what to do about it? Focus is a superpower in today's digital world. And we have Dr. Aparna Madam who will guide us about meditation, because meditation with focus on breath, that helps improve the focus. But till that time, I feel what other things we can do is we can keep our mobile away or on aeroplane mode if possible. And in between, if you get that urge to check the mobile, first ask, am I avoiding some of my emotion like boredom or anxiety? Am I trying to do some unimportant, easy task so that I can avoid this important, difficult task? Or if you cannot keep your mobile away, because we anesthesiologists may get call from hospital or surgeon anytime. So sometimes it's not possible for us to keep the mobile away. So that time you can just simply turn off the notifications. Or you can use pre-installed modes. There are these smartphones have pre-installed modes under settings and then digital well-being. So these are the different modes like bedtime mode, focus mode, work-life balance mode, D&D, that's do not disturb mode. What does focus mode do? When you switch on the focus mode, it will pause the distracting apps and hide its notification. In the bedtime mode, bedtime mode will silence the phone, and your screen will change from colorful to black and white at the scheduled time, and only alarm and important calls can reach you. So this helps in digital sunset. So for me, I have set my bedtime mode at 8:30. So I'm scrolling Instagram, suppose, and at 8:30, my screen turns like this, black and white. So now it is so much less appealing that you tend to stop scrolling, right? And jokes apart, it also tells us that, Priya, this is time to keep your phone away and then do your night routine and read for some time. So this is how bedtime mode helps us. Another important thing is dopamine detox. At least once a week, try to stay away from mobile. Similar to Dikshit diet, you can decide that, yes, I'll answer WhatsApp and mail only at 2 pre-decided times every day. And another major time stealer is checking your phone in the morning. So if you can avoid just this one, you will save a lot of time. What I do is during the vacations, I switch off my data and use my phone only as camera throughout the day. And when I come back at night, then I switch on the data just to check the significant messages. This is how I can do digital detox during the vacations. But then use technology to show your work. Instead of just consuming, you can create content. Like how I do it, videos can be created. You can share some unusual cases which you have conducted. You can participate actively in online ISA webinars like this one. There are so many online anesthesia communities. You can engage in discussion in those communities and share your professional achievements as well. This all will enhance your reputation. This will help you connect with like-minded people. And overall, this will help in professional growth. If Arijit Singh would have just continued singing in bathroom and not participated in Indian Idol, we would have missed wonderful music. So always share your knowledge, and that's why publish your articles and show your knowledge on social media as well. Curate your digital environment. That means unfollow those who do not add value, like memes and celebrity news. Once you unfollow, it will reduce the temptation to check all these things. But follow those who inspire or who motivate, who are doing what you wish to do. Like, for example, if you want to get fit, follow that marathoner friend of yours. If you want to read more, follow some influencer who posts a book summary or related things like Alex and Books. Again, there are so many things like podcasts, weekly newsletters, YouTube videos, blogs, and many are free, because ultimately you become what you feed your mind. So now you have gained the extra hour, but what to do with it? squeeze in more things in your day? No, that might have been true in the industrial era, but today in digital age, you should focus only on significant things. So rather than getting more things done, get right things done. So when you want to use GPS, you first have to write the current location and then your destination has to be chosen. Similarly in life, assess where are you at the present and what you want in your life. So ask yourself, what is significant for me? If I look back at last 1 year, what did I achieve? If I keep on doing what I'm doing today, where will I reach 5 years from now? Now, if you tell me, Priya, I'm so busy, I can't think of all these things. Let me tell you, you're not busy. You are being lazy. And that's why you're taking indiscriminate action. So stop doing that and slow down, think a little. This Pareto principle, that is 80-20 analysis, will help you in that. It says that 80% of your results are from just 20% of the efforts. So I assessed my personal as well as professional life and I realized that 80% of my income was being generated from only 20% of the surgeons I worked with. 80% of my happy moments were with just 20% people in my life. What does that mean? It means only a fraction of what we do is truly effective. So we have to do the simple thing. Just master the art of identifying these 20% efforts, which are going to give you 80% results. And then focus your time and attention on this vital few and ignore trivial many. And you will get almost the same results, but with much lesser efforts. And then you can strike a balance, maximizing your earning and at the same time building other forms of wealth like relationships, health, skills, etc. This is one more important skill we all need to develop. If you want to say yes to somebody you value, you have to say no to everybody else who may be appealing, right? So you have to learn the master of saying no, because when you are saying yes to something, you are indirectly saying no to everything else you could be doing at that particular time. I know that when how to do that, because when someone asks you to do something, and if your answer is hell yes, absolutely yes, you're sure, then only say yes. If you have some doubt whether to say yes, whether to say no, there is no doubt, just say no. Because in our efforts to not miss anything, we may miss many things. I know that this is difficult because when someone asks, will you do this, Priya? It is very easy to say yes. If I say no, that leads to disappointment. But believe me, this disappointment is momentary. And in the long run, it is better than being overcommitted and not delivering on your promises. So say no to social events, formal meetings, projects which are not important for you, because you can do anything, but you can't do everything. So don't take on more than you can handle. Just sprinkle in your life. Replace multiple meaningless activities with few meaningful ones. So how to identify these meaningful activities? Spend some time and ask yourself these two questions. Is this task important? That means, is this task moving me towards my goal? Is this task urgent? What will happen if I delay this task? So that takes us to the Eisenhower Matrix, where the columns are urgent and non-urgent. The rows are important and non-important, and there are 4 quadrants. So quadrant 4 is neither urgent nor important. These are the distractions. These make you feel good in short term, but there is no long-term tangible benefit. So best policy is to avoid these as much as possible. Quadrant 3 tasks give us stress because there is urgency, there is deadline, but these are not aligned with our own goals. So ask, who can do it for me? This is one more important skill to learn, learning to delegate and automate. So this way you can leverage your time by using money, people, or technology, and that will give you additional free time. I can do everything myself. These are the 5 words which will keep you busy forever. First step is assess how much is your time worth in terms of money. Just cut off 3 zeros from your annual income and then halve it. That will give you your income per hour. That means 50 lakhs per annum will turn into 2,500 rupees per hour. And then do only things which move you towards your goal, which help you earn or which you enjoy. Delegate rest everything if it is cheaper than your money earned per unit time. Coming back to Eisenhower Matrix, this quadrant 1, this has got clear deadlines and consequences for not taking immediate action. So you have to do it. But you remain in quadrant 1 for a long time and it will result in burnout. So its best policy is to focus on quadrant 2 so that you avoid tasks getting migrated to quadrant 1. Because this quadrant 2 is not urgent. There is no deadline. So you tend to postpone this task, though these are the tasks which are going to get you closer to your goal. So best policy is schedule this quadrant 2 task. To give you an example, we always refuel our car, get it serviced regularly, rather than waiting for a blinking indicator on the dashboard or car breaking down on our way to work, right? So similarly, relationships and health also needs regular maintenance work. And mind you, there are no blinking indicators here. So manage your quadrant 2 and avoid tasks getting migrated to quadrant 1. So to summarize again, quadrant 4 delete, quadrant 3 delegate, quadrant 2 schedule, and do quadrant 1. Imagine this is an empty plot of land. Will it turn into a garden by itself? Obviously, no. You have to take some action if you wish to have a garden. You have to think, which plants do I want? Where do I plant them? Water those plants, add fertilizer. And on top of that, if you've got a gardener, you will progress faster. In similar way, you can't let your life run on autopilot mode. If you want something in your life, you have to take action. And if you find a mentor, you will progress faster. So these are the 3 simple steps how you can get anything done. GPS. Set a goal, make a plan, and create system. Let me actually practically explain you how to do this. So first, set a goal. Buffy says that identify 25 of your most important goals and then arrange them according to the priority. And now focus only on top 5. Rest are your distractors, which are not allowing you to focus your time and energy on your highest priority goal. So just ignore them. I believe that you should have one goal in each of these domains: work, relationship, and health. Work includes your skill, money, and growth. Relationship includes your relationship with spouse, your kids, your family, extended family, friends, community. And health includes physical, mental, and spiritual health. Because these are the 3 legs of the stool which provide stability and meaning to our lives. And all 3 are interdependent. Even if you remove one leg, the stool will become wobbly. So after you set the goal, write down the goal to give clarity, and then set a deadline. Because just like gases fill up the space available, similarly, work also expands to fill up the time available to complete it. So now you have set a goal, written it down with a deadline. What is the next step? Make a plan. Break down the goal into daily action, because goals provide you a North Star, just a direction. Now you forget the goal and focus on the daily habit. What does that mean? I'll explain with an example. Suppose you decided that my goal is to be well read. I want to read 25 books in this 1 year. Now this sounds so much out of reach. Let's break it down into daily habit. 25 books in 1 year. That means 2 books every month. That means 1 book every 15 days. On an average, each book is 300 pages. So that comes to 20 pages every day. Average reading speed of 40 pages per hour. That means you can read for just 30 minutes per day and you can achieve that goal. And now that sounds achievable, right? So why am I saying that you should focus not on goal, but on process? Because if you focus only on the goal, you will be happy only in the future after you achieve the goal. And you will need continuous motivation to keep going. And this motivation is unreliable. It keeps on fluctuating. And finally, you can't control the results. But instead, if you focus on the process, if you focus on doing just the daily habit, you will be happy daily after completing the habit. And it will give you immediate feedback. So that will keep you focused. So it will keep you going even on tough days. And you can control the process. So instead of focusing on the goal of, say, losing 5 kg by 31st December 2024, you can focus on exercising daily for 45 minutes. I think that's a better bet. So these tiny habits are going to give you big results. But mind you, this is not going to happen overnight. You need to be consistent. But there is a small problem here. Though these small things are easy to do and anyone can do it, still most people don't do it consistently. Why is it so difficult? And can we do something about it? Let's see. So these are the tricks which will help you stick to the tiny habits. We'll go through all these one by one. So first trick is habit stacking. That means when you are trying to develop a new habit, stack it on top of an established habit. So instead of just deciding, oh, I'm going to read daily, if you decide that I'll read daily at night after I brush my teeth, so you are more likely to remember and do it. Another trick is 2 minutes rule. That means scale down the habit and make it as easy to do as possible so that you can stick to it 90% of the times, whatever may be the conditions. Suppose I decide that even if I read just one page, I have completed the habit. So I'll stick to it most of the time. But remember that this is the entry point and not the end point. Because whenever you're doing nothing, it is easy to carry on doing nothing. But if you're working, it is easier to carry on working. That's why simply start doing something and then learn to master the entry points, because these entry points are the decisive moments. Like every morning, we have this decisive moment. You can either wear gym clothes and go and run for 3 kilometers, or you can take mobile, open it, and scroll 3 kilometers. What you decide in those 30 seconds will determine what you will do over next 1 hour. So organize your environment in such a way that this entry point is easier to conquer. Don't depend on your willpower. Just add friction to whatever you do want to do less. That means make it difficult to do. And whatever you want to do more, just reduce the friction. Make it easier to do. Like for example, if you just keep your mobile phone outside in the living room at night, most of the times you will avoid checking it first thing in the morning. If at night you just lay down your gym clothes, you're more likely to wear it and go for the run. You can try this. If you keep your cookies on the dining table, you're more likely to eat cookies, but just pick them up, shift them inside the cupboard and keep fruits there, and you will eat fruits. Because we human beings are lazy, whatever is in front of me, whatever is easy to do, we tend to do that. But why does this happen? Why is it so that good habits are difficult to cultivate, but it is very easy to keep on doing bad habits? Because there's a basic difference here. So if you eat pizza, what is the immediate reward? You get the delicious taste which you enjoy. And that's why it is easier to stick to this habit of eating pizza, though we know that if you keep on doing the same thing, the ultimate reward is undesirable, that's gain in weight. And how about gymming? What is the immediate reward? Muscle pain. And that's the reason it is difficult to stick to this habit, though we know that if you do it consistently, ultimate reward is desirable body. So the reward for good habit is in future, and the reward for bad habit is in present. That's the reason for our difficulty in cultivating good habits. So is there any way in which we can get the reward for good habit in present? Yes, there is one, that is called habit tracker. You can use a simple calendar like this one, or you can draw habit trackers like this in your bullet journal, which I'll explain in few minutes what is bullet journal, or even commercially available these habit trackers are available on Amazon. Just put a cross every time you complete the habit. Put a cross on the habit tracker. That gives you immediate visual feedback. There is a dopamine kick and there is instant happiness, and that helps you stay disciplined. Also, follow 2-day rule. That means never let one day of missed habit turn into two. Don't break the chain. Recommit to the process. It is not because you want to be perfect all the time, but it's because momentum can swing in either direction. Also, monitor your progress. Reward yourself when you achieve milestones, just like those video games. Reflect on the process. What is working? What is not working? Is this goal still important for me? And then adjust accordingly, because ultimately direction is more important than speed. So putting it all together, I feel bullet journal, Bujo, is one of the best habits that I have cultivated over last 7 to 8 hours. Years, I mean, not hours. So Bujo is a combination of planner, to-do list, diary, second brain, tracker, calendar, everything in one. I prefer to use a simple dotted grid A5 size notebook because it offers flexibility. You can customize it as per your need, and you can get as creative as you want, or you can be as simple as you want. So first page, I write down the key like this, task, and there are symbols like this, and then draw index like this one. And then make the annual spread. You can write down your annual goals. You can also write down important events which you have planned over that year. Like, for example, I want to get my car serviced in February. I want to meet financial advisor in April. I want to register for ISACON in July, etc. And then at the start of each month, you create a monthly spread like this one. First thing you do is check from your annual spread. Are there any important tasks which you have planned for that particular month? If yes, then copy it down into your monthly spread. Also, break down your annual goal into monthly goal and then write that down, your monthly goal. You can write down your monthly task list. Also, meetings, anniversaries, birthdays can be written down there so that you don't forget those. Then comes the daily log. You can write your to-do list here. It is always better that you plan the next day in the evening and fill it with actions that move you towards your goal so that your mind is prepared. So these are the things which I want to do throughout the day. Instead of writing a long to-do list, I prefer to write just one big goal and two small goals, tasks, so that I feel that my day is successful even if I just do these three things. Also, you can do bujo to write your thoughts, just like you use diary. You can use bujo as second brain. What is second brain? Our brains are for having ideas and not for holding it. So if you are feeling that you're overwhelmed with tasks, there are so many things in your mind, then just write down, empty it in your bujo. Now, two things will happen. You won't forget it, and at the same time, you're not distracted by those tasks. After writing, you realize that some of these tasks are not important, so just strike out those. Then arrange them according to the priority. Is there anything that needs to be done today? Then write it down in the daily log of that particular day and shift rest of the things in your monthly task list. So whenever you're preparing your to-do list of next day, then that time check the monthly task list and shift whatever is needed on that day's to-do list. Then as we discussed earlier, you can create habit trackers like this and track your long-term goals. You can also track your sleep, mental health, etc. Then you can create a page for your daily gratitude list. This keeps your attitude positive. Then you can create your wish list, like someone recommends you some books, some web series or movies to watch, or some places to visit. You keep a page and keep on writing so that your list is ready whenever you want to plan your vacation. Also, you can use the bujo to plan your meals. This will help save your time. So there are endless possibilities how you can use your bujo. So don't worry about getting it perfect. Just start doing and you will do it very nicely with time. Now, some of you may say, Priya, this will take so much of time. This is just a wastage. Why not just start doing the things? Why not take action directly? So I feel Eiffel Tower was first designed on paper and then they started construction. Similarly, if you start working from a written plan, it reduces the mistakes. It helps you maintain the focus. So ultimately, you're saving time. So always spare a few minutes to plan your day and review your progress. If you're not pen and paper person and if you prefer to use apps, then there are several apps which will help you stay organized, like Todoist, Google Calendar, Notion, Evernote. Then there are apps like Habitica, which help you build good habits and get rid of bad ones. They have a gamified video game-like approach. Out of these, I routinely use Todoist. This is a free app which you can download on your mobile. This is very easy to use. A mobile is always there with you. So whenever you have any idea or thought, you can capture it on your mobile. So you're using it as second brain just to dump your ideas and thoughts. You can set up multiple priorities. You can there are color coded, like priority 1 is red, priority 2 is orange, 3 is blue, like that. They're color coded. You can assign due dates for your tasks. Then you can set up recurring reminders. There are certain things which you want to do monthly, weekly, or yearly. Then you can set recurring reminders. And also you can sort the tasks by the project. So this is a really helpful app. You should just try this Todoist. But before I say goodbye, I want to say that life is a journey. You can drive from Kashmir to Kanyakumari at a breakneck speed in just 3 days and miss all the splendor that our country has to offer. Or you can take 3 weeks, drive slowly, enjoy the little moments along, and reach your destination as a happy, healthy, enriched person. So choice is yours, whether to just run the rat race or enjoy the little moments along. So if you're just drifting in and out of life on autopilot mode, if time is flying past and you feel that you're stuck in a loop that is getting you nowhere, and if you feel that you set up goals but you fail to take action, just take control of your life. Be mindful instead of keeping your mind full. And take home message is that just achieve healthy balance with technology, identify the essential and eliminate the rest, develop a habit and be consistent, because finally it's not about time management, it's about self management. And these are my references. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Priya Sadarte, madam, for such an enlightening talk about time management and providing us with some real useful tips. Before we continue with the next talk, I would request Dr. Amla Kudalkar, madam, President ISA Mumbai Metro Branch, to please welcome our SAM's Secretary, sir, Dr. Rajesh Tagadpalle, sir, and Dr. Avinash Bhosle, sir, Vice President SAM's. Please welcome.
Good evening, everybody. ISA Mumbai Metro Branch is happy to welcome Dr. Avinash Bhosle, sir, Vice President SAM, and Dr. Rajesh Tagadpalle, sir, Secretary SAM. And what a glorious lecture it was. Yeah. It was super awesome. It is very heartening to see that you have grown up so well. Really nice.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Always pleasure to present in front of teachers.
Yeah. I mean, it was really overwhelming the way you presented. What is the role of just lazing around?
Sorry?
Just lazing around.
Okay.
I mean, doing nothing for someone. Would you like, do you give time for that also? Just doing nothing.
Yes, I believe entire schedule should not be jam-packed. There should be some white areas where you do nothing. This I have realized, I think after a lot of time of being busy, I realized that being busy is not equal to being productive. There should be some time where you do nothing. That calmness is important.
Yeah.
So I tend to read and follow certain hobbies during that time.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Amla, madam. So thank you very much, Dr. Priya, for that excellent talk. We do have questions from audience, but we'll take them later after our second talk of the day. Now I would like to invite our second speaker for the session, Dr. Aparna Budkar. It's my proud privilege to welcome and introduce Dr. Aparna, who has been my senior guide and dear friend for more than 30 years. She will be talking about stress management. Dr. Aparna needs no introduction. We all have attended her sessions in one of our anesthesia conferences. She is working at Jaslok Hospital, Mumbai for last 22 years. She is a faculty of Art of Living organization and regularly conducts online and offline breath and meditation workshops, yoga workshops, and stress management sessions. She has conducted numerous sessions for doctors, medical students, nurses, hospital administrators, schools, Indian Navy, Rotary Club, and patients with chronic diseases like Parkinson's, end-stage kidney disease, and cancer. Her articles regarding benefits of Sudarshan Kriya have been published in MISA News, State and National Anesthesia newsletter. A sincere request to all of you to keep your cameras on during this session, as this is going to be an interactive session. So over to Dr. Aparna.
Thank you, Naina. So I sincerely request everyone to switch on the cameras. Okay. See, I don't have any slides, no PowerPoint presentation. We're just going to chat and talk, and we'll have an interactive session. Is that okay? Look at everyone. Everyone has switched on their camera. Come on, Vardhan, Sonali, Dr. Krupa. See, if you can see my face, is it not fair that I should be able to see your face? It's a fair game, right? Okay, now. And I'm not going to take a lot of time, maybe 40 minutes max, that's it. And usme bhi I'll be focusing on some breath work and meditation. Okay? So since I'm going to teach some technique, it's very important that cameras are on so I can monitor you. Okay? Okay. More people, I'm still waiting. Okay. So if you're worried that you're not looking good or there are clothes hanging, so मैंने भी क्या किया? What I've done, all my clothes have shifted to my right side. So it's okay. We are anesthesia friends and family. ठीक है ना? Okay. So more people, I'm still waiting. क्या होता है ना? There are two advantages of keeping camera on. One advantage is to me. Because when your camera is on, by you doing this, smile, no, I get the feedback. I get this feedback whether I'm going right or shall I change the track. Okay. So that is the advantage for me. What is the advantage for you?
कर दिया on तो
Okay. Let me mute some people. So what is the advantage for you? Jesse, what Priya said, we have this habit of scrolling through social media. As soon as when the camera is off, automatically we have a tendency to look into your mobile. So mobile can not only WhatsApp to Insta to FB, and it keeps going like 50 minutes. Second thing, you may be sitting there eating something. And whenever the camera is on, you take nearly 100% from the top. As soon as the camera is off, you're distracted. So if you want 100% from this talk, I want everyone to switch on the camera. Is that enough? Yeah? तो भी थोड़े लोग अभी तक राजेश राव, उषा देसाई, वर्धन शाह, कृपा शाह, सोनाली. If you're traveling, then don't switch on because it will be distraction for me. Okay. So my topic is stress management. So you know what? There is nobody, no human being on this earth who has got no stress. If you take a child, 7-year-old, 8-year-old child also, even child is stressed nowadays. That what are they worried about? They're worried about tuition teacher, their exam, homework not finished. So if there's some craft class and they're not got the paper or something for that class, they are worried. Or if you take a grandparents, the 80-year-old, even the 80-year-old grandparent are worried. What are they worried about? They're worried about their finances, their health, their relationship with their family members. So there's nobody on the earth who's not stressed. So before I go further, I want you all to put maybe one thing which causes stress in you, which can be related to anesthesia or at work. Just quickly, you're not going to unmute. You just can use your chat box and you tell me what is that stresses you. Quickly, which can be anything. It can be your maid not coming on time. It is you're not getting your daily Uber. Time management. Yeah, same. Time management is and that's why we had this big lecture by Priya on time management. Anything else? Come on, Kala, are you there? Overlapping cases and being late for next case. Yes, again with the time management. Time management, Pramod, Bhale, time management. Okay. Priya, your lecture was very important because most common problem is time managing overlaps. Okay, very good. All of you can just put one. Just put one. There are more, right? We are worried about our kids' study, the exam, right? Getting up on time. Come on, everyone participate. Children's future. Yes, absolutely right, Varsha. Multitasking. Yes, Dr. Narayan. Very good. Health. Yes, Priya. Weight gain of my son. Yes. Maid not coming. Yeah. Alice's case at some gynecologist. Okay. Aging parents. Yes. Kids admission. Very good. Okay. Any more? Health? Yes. Good. So why are we worried about the stress? Why there is such session on stress management? So what does the stress do? So whenever you are stressed, your hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis gets stimulated and there's a release of cortisol. Also, there is a sympathetic uncertainty. Yes, Renu. Sympathetic stimulation. And all these hormones and neurotransmitter cause havoc in your body. So this is flight and fight response. So maybe 5,000 years back, Abhi, you can stop. Badminton poor performance. Okay, I mean, we can stop the chat. Okay. So you know what? Maybe 5,000 years back during that cave age, those people used to get worried if wild animal आता था, तो tension होता था, then fight and flight response होता था. But what's happening now? Right now, this era, we have got flight and fight response happening minute to minute, minute to minute. We are stressed minute to minute. As soon as you get up, what is the thought? Okay, I have to cook breakfast, I have to eat breakfast, I have to catch that bus, I have to make sure that I reach hospital on time, I see that patient pre-op, I talk to the family, I get the OT ready. You understand? So minute to minute, even when you're working, you're stressed, like you are at workplace, but you're stressed about your family. मेरा बच्चा स्कूल से जल्दी आया कि नहीं, उसने खाना खाया कि नहीं, he has got a next class, yeah, I have got a yoga class, but I'm not going to finish today. You understand? So every one of us has got some stress, and whenever you're stressed, your mind is either in a past and future. You agree? Your mind is either in the past and future. So whenever your mind goes into the past, so what sort of emotion comes? Just put in the chat box. Whenever your mind goes into the past, what emotion comes? 1 or 2 answers also okay. ठीक है, बोलो. Anyone? Regret. Excellent. Bhavya, Saji, regret. Excellent. Anxiety, regret. Okay. Priya says regret, anxiety. Regret. Absolutely right. Some regrets. Whenever your mind goes into the past, as all of you said who mentioned, regret is the most common emotion of the past. Wish I had studied better, wish I had prepared better for the interview. The regret is the emotion of the past. The guilt, regret, and anger. Anger is always in the past. So what are the emotions when your mind goes into the future? Fear, yes. Anxiety comes here. Anxiety, Saji, yes. Saji has done my Sudarshan Kriya code, so he knows part of it. Uncertainty, absolutely right. Kala. Yes, Kala. Good. Anything else? So anxiety, worry, uncertainty. So parents' health is a, what are you worried about? So the emotion of the future is fear, anxiety, worry. So what happens when you call stress? That stress, what is stress? The stress is your mind is either in the past or future. Just know that. Whenever you are stressed, think आप क्या सोच रहे थे? Your mind is either in the past or future. That's why they say, na, present is present. Or there are books called Power of Now, because in this present moment, you are happy, you're productive. So are you here, all of you? Are you here in this present moment? Yes? Thumbs up, smile. Yes. So other thing we are worried about the stress is stress causes a lot of psychosomatic disorders, right? So we are doctors, so we know that physical problem like can start with the migraine, headache, hypertension, heart problem, irritable bowel syndrome, psoriasis, and many more. I had similar psychosomatic disorder maybe 20 years back. And if I get a time at the end of this session, maybe 5 minutes, I will tell you how I overcome about my problem, my psychosomatic disorder. Time rahega, so I will share. Is that okay, Naina? If there's a time, then I'll share my story, that how I came across my problem of psychosomatic disorder. The other problem is the mental issues like your anxiety, stress, depression, and sometimes suicidal tendencies. Right? These are the problems. In fact, stress is an important factor in Alzheimer's, Parkinson, and even cancer. A lot of our diseases are related to your day-to-day stress. Okay. So in Art of Living, we have been taught a definition of stress. So they say the definition of stress is too much to do. Like everybody said at the beginning, the main problem was time management, right? Yeah, that is the first. Even Falguni wrote the time management. Even Naina said time management. The main thing is that too much to do, little time or fixed time, and no energy. Yeah, and you can, like as Priya said, you can sort of say no to few things, but something has to be done, right? Like ghar ka responsibility, you have to take that responsibility. The work you have to do in the hospital, there's something you cannot avoid. Again, time, you, me, and the Prime Minister got 24 hours, right? But there's a 1/3 component of this definition, which is energy. and something can be done to that energy levels. So in ancient scripture, there's something called prana. Have you heard of this word prana? Prana, it's called ki in Japanese and chi in Chinese. Prana or prana shakti. So what does the ancient scripture say? Whenever your prana level is low, prana is subtler than the breath. It's a flow through the different centers. I'm not going to go into details of that. So whenever your prana levels are low, you feel anxious, sort of irritable, angry. You don't feel like doing anything. You feel lazy. Yeah. Those are the days when your prana levels are low. You observe. And whenever your prana levels are high, you feel energetic, enthusiastic, your work gets done faster. Hey, now everybody has got days when you feel very energetic and happy and you you do all the work. And there are days when you don't want to do anything. You're upset with the people, you're upset with the whole world. Whenever you're upset, angry, irritable, remember those are the days when your prana levels are low. In fact, those people who are depressed, they've got very low prana level. And those people who are suicidal, their prana level is almost zero. So something can be done to increase our energy level. And that is the answer to the stress management. So before I tell you the answer to how to increase your energy level, I want everyone to put what you think and what gives you energy. What are the things which makes you happy and energetic? Just put in the chat box. Come on. Being close to nature, yes. Workout, yes. Okay. Meeting friends, good sleep, very good sleep. Who said sleep? Ramesh, okay. Walk, sleep, Falguni, yes. Hug from my babies, yes, Preeti. Come on. Since it's coming quite fast, I may miss some answer. Please forgive me. Meditation, yogasana, promote sleep, exercise, smile, garden, and dance. I know that's you, Kala. Okay. Then exercise with friends make me feel good. New publication, Imran Khan. Okay. More citation. Wow. Okay. Feeling that I'm useful in some way. Very nice. Excellent. Cycling, yoga, friends, sports, cycling. Wow. Okay. So what I'm going to do, you can keep writing. What I'm going to do, again, this knowledge is from our ancient Vedas. Okay. So the sources of energy is divided into 4 parts. There are 4 things which can give you energy. The first, as I think Falguni and one more person wrote, sleep. I don't remember who wrote sleep. Okay. The first important, before sleep, I'll come to food. Nobody wrote food, right? There was not a single answer on food. The first source of energy, like as a child, your parents always khana khaoge to takat aayegi, energy aayegi. Remember that? Okay, the first is the food. First source of energy is food. Now, what sort of food gives you energy? Yeah. So what happens when you're stressed and you're working long hours in the operation theater? What happens? You order something. You order some samosa or some pizza or something, some junk food from your canteen. Yeah. And whenever you're overworked and stressed, you tend to eat more junk food. Yeah, because it gives that dopamine, like gives you that reward by eating that junk food. So you eat more junk food, you eat more sugary food. Fresh lime water. Yes, Dr. Renu. Yeah. So the first source of energy is good food. And you being a doctor, I don't want to get into this point in detail. Okay, so fresh food is a sattvic food, which is freshly cooked meal, vegetable, fruits, grains, and nuts and seeds. So again, as per Ayurveda, sattvic food is this fresh food. Rajasic food is a food which has got a strong flavors, like very salty, very tikha, very sour. Those are the Rajasic food. Rajasic food will give you that restlessness and irritability. And something called tamasic food. Tamasic food is a stale food. All that junk food, all packaged food is a tamasic food. So the day when you feel a bit lazy and lethargic, just check what have you had that particular day. Did you had outside food? Did you had some chips or something which, like, even a non-vegetarian food is considered tamasic food. It's a stale food. So first thing is a food. Second thing, which so many people mention, is a sleep. Now, just as a two, I want to take a poll. How many people here sleep for 6 hours? Just you can put a virtual hands up. Only 6 hours. Okay, let me see. Hands upper, Kunal. Okay. Haath upper rakhiye, Kunal. Who else? Dr. Tarachan, Dr. Nishikan. Okay, there are so many people in the chat box also answering. Okay, theek hai. Krishna. Okay, 6 hours. 7 hours. How many people sleep 7 hours complete? Okay, Naina. Good. iPhone, I don't know your name. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, how many people sleep complete 8 hours? 8 hours. Okay, Priya, keep your hand up. Only Priya, Dr. Pramod Bhale, Kamlesh Patel. Okay, and those people, anyone else? Okay, those people who sleep 8 hours are using maximum utilization of a sleep as a source of energy. So if you want to utilize sleep as a source of energy, it's very, very important that you sleep 8 hours. As per the sleep science, 8 hours sleep is mandatory. Yeah. And what is happening nowadays? This work-life balance and stress, what is happening? First thing to compromise is your sleep. I want to submit that publication or whatever citation like Dr. Imran Khan was saying. Maybe are you compromising your sleep? Are you sleeping late that day? Yeah. As Priya said, we should avoid all the social gathering. What is happening when you are attending the social function? You are coming home late. And next day, apna kaam to 8 baje chalu ho jata, right? So sleep is a very, very important source of energy. So you check your food, you check your sleep. Now the third and fourth source of energy are the least explored source of energy. And now I'm going to conduct few breath work and meditation. Okay. So that is the third source of energy is your breath. We are all anesthetists, so we are aware about breathing and oxygenation. And fourth source of energy is happy mind. Whatever you said, the hobbies, meeting friends, cycling, all those things you mentioned which made you happy, it comes into happy mind. So third is a breath and fourth is a happy mind. For happy mind, one more thing you can do is to meditate daily. Okay. So what I'm going to do, we're going to learn one pranayam and then we're going to meditate together. Is that okay? Yeah, everyone ready for meditation? Is all screen on now? I want screen on for the pranayam and meditation. I request sincerely. Okay, so what is pranayam? We all are breathing, right? And we are not aware that we are breathing. But what do you do in pranayam? You breathe in certain particular pattern. You decide the frequency, the duration of inspiration, exhalation. That means voluntarily you're controlling your breathing. That is pranayam. That is clear? So whenever you take a controlled breath, pranayam, you automatically increasing your breathing capacity. You're increasing the alveolar surface area. You're improving the transport of the gases, oxygen, CO2. And also by deep breathing, you're stimulating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and digest. Understand? Clear? How it's related to stress? Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do before we learn pranayam, I just want all of you to shake your hands a little bit because sitting for 1 hour, it's 5 minutes to 8, just little. Okay. Come on, everyone. Vaishali, come on. I'm watching you, Vaishali. Okay. Upar and side. Okay. Keep your right hand on your left knee and just look back. Come back. Left hand on the right knee and turn to your right. Okay. Now put your 5 fingers on your shoulder. Touch your elbows and start rotating. And feel that pain, that stiffness in your shoulder. Both hands. Come on, both hands, Dr. Vikram. I'm watching you. I'm watching everyone. Okay. जो लोगों ने camera on किया उनको ही I can watch. Those who have not kept the camera on, I cannot help you. Sorry. Okay. And opposite direction. Very good. Very good. And relax. So we're going to learn nice pranayam. I'm sure a lot of people, how many of you practice breathwork pranayam? Yeah, Naina does it. Anyone? Okay, Sajid does Sudarshan Kriya, Kunal, Amla, Dr. Amla, Kamlesh, Pramodji. Very good, well done. Varsha, Kamlesh, anyone else? Okay, yes. So we are going to learn Nadi Shodhan Pranayam. It's also called alternate nostril breathing. So show me your left hand and touch your thumb and index finger together, remaining 3 fingers straight. Keep this hand with the palm open on your left knee. Your palm should be facing the ceiling. Very good. Right hand, thumb on the right nostril. Next 2 finger in between your eyebrows, the Agya Chakra. And remaining 2 finger on the left nostril. Keep your eyes closed and listen to my instruction. Shoulders relax. Breathe in through both nostrils. Close your right nostril with the thumb and breathe out through left nostril. Breathe in through left. Breathe out through right. Breathe in through right. Breathe out through left. Continue doing slow, gentle breath. Continue everyone. Dr. Nishikan, continue. Nice deep breath in and out. With every breath, relax your body. Relax your shoulders. Very gentle breath. If anyone is sitting next to you, they should not be able to hear that you are breathing. Okay? That gentle. Nice deep breath. Continue. With eyes closed. Aankhein band. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, after exhaling from the left nostril, you can relax your right hand on the right knee. Breathe out from left nostril and you can keep your both the hands on your knees. We are going to meditate together now. Small dhyan we'll do. So what is to expect? You are going to sit comfortably wherever you are. If you wish to take a back support, you can take a back support. Now, everyone, please keep yourself on mute. Let me check and be calm down. Okay. So you can take a back support, and if you're sitting on the chair, make sure your hips are back. Hips are touching the back of the chair, so automatically spine becomes erect. Now, don't slouch. Make sure your phones are on silent and nobody enters your room for next 5 minutes. We'll do very small, simple meditation. Shoulders are relaxed and eyes are closed. Aankhein band. You're going to gently listen to my instruction. That's it. And you will open your eyes only when I tell you to open your eyes. Okay. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. One more deep breath in and breathe out completely. Listen to all the sounds in your surrounding. Maybe sound of a fan, AC, people talking in next room, sound of traffic. Accept all the sounds in surrounding. Just let it be. Breathe in and breathe out. Now you're in harmony with your surrounding. Now let's take our attention to our body. Our body is a beautiful gift from nature, from God. Let's honor and respect our body. एक लंबी गहरी सांस अंदर और छोड़ दे बाहर. Now gently take your attention to your right foot. Right knee. Right thigh and hip. Gentle attention. And whole of your right leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep your body steady. Don't keep moving. Now take your attention to your left foot. Left knee. Left thigh and left hip. Breathe in and breathe out. Take your attention to your abdomen, navel area. Just see how your abdomen is moving with every breath. Chest. Breathe in and let go. Right shoulder. Right elbow. Gentle attention to right elbow. Right palm and fingers. Left shoulder. Left elbow. Left palm and fingers. Breathe in and breathe out. Face. Relax your face. Maybe gentle smile. Relax your eyes, forehead. Head. Top of the head. Back of the head. And whole body. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let's become aware of our thoughts. Just observe your thoughts. Good thoughts or bad thoughts, let them be. Breathe in and breathe out. Now you're in harmony with your thoughts. Take your attention to your feelings. Good feelings or not so good feeling, it's okay. एक लंबी गहरी सांस अंदर और छोड़ दे बाहर. You are joy. You are peace. Once again, let's become aware of our feelings. एक लंबी गहरी सांस अंदर and let go. Let's become aware of our feelings. Now become aware of your thoughts. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's become aware of our body. Let's become aware of our surrounding. Become aware of all the sounds in the surrounding. Once again. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, taking your own time, slowly and gradually, you may open your eyes. Take your time. Gently open your eyes. A lot of people are not able to open their eyes. Very deep meditation. I can see smiling Dr. Hemang and Saji. Good. Would you meditate? Yeah. See, there are different rules for the body and mind. For body to become fitter, you need to exercise, right? But for your mind to become sharper, you need to calm the mind. You need to take out those few moments during the day just to sit and do nothing, as Dr. Amla was saying. Do nothing. Doing nothing is so important. Yeah. And there have been thousands, I'm not saying 100, there are thousands of research paper all over the world saying meditation is the most important strategy to manage your stress. And this knowledge of meditation is our knowledge, Indian knowledge. Now, all over the world, people are doing yoga and meditation and pranayam. And that knowledge now coming back, and now people are becoming aware with that US stamp. The time has come now that solution to your problem, to your stress lies within you, not outward. Yeah. So science has proved that those people who are meditator, who are meditating regularly, they have done a functional MRI. They've done a functional MRI and they have seen the changes in the prefrontal cortex, which is a center for emotional regulation, rational thinking. Those people who are meditator, they don't react, they respond. They don't get affected by what people are saying. They can let go easily and don't hold on to things which troubles them. Also, there's a center called amygdala, which is a center for fear anxiety. It is scientifically proven in a meditator that decreased number of gray neurons. Yeah. So it's very, very important that we incorporate meditation in our practice. Like what Priya said, you can tag on with some other activities. What I do, I get up in the morning and immediately sit for my Sudarshan Kriya practice. Sudarshan Kriya is a combination of pranayama and meditation taught in Art of Living. There are so many people who have done Art of Living here in this room right now, like Falguni, Naina, Dr. Amla, and Saji, and Dr. Himangi, of course, and Kamlesh, yes. So as soon as I get up, and Varshaji, get up, I sit for Sudarshan Kriya practice. 20 minutes, that's it. And whole day is different. It's like you're floating. Nothing bothers you, nothing touches you. जो कुछ लोग कर रहे हैं, you just remain centered and focused on your goal in your life. Yeah. So what I suggest, like normally people say, I can't meditate. बस कुछ भी बोलो, meditation नहीं होता. As soon as I sit for meditation, thoughts comes. It's okay. Meditation is not thoughtless. Meditation is not concentration. Meditation is doing nothing. You just sit with eyes closed. Take out 5 minutes to begin with and just take your attention to your breath. Just observe how your breath is going through your nose, your chest is expanding, your abdomen is coming out, and just see how it's going out. Just take your attention again and again to your breath. You automatically come in present moment. Meditation is being in the present moment, that happy moment, where your mind is not in the past and future and not stressed. So you promise everybody will start practicing? Yeah. Meditation, 5 minutes. You start with 2 minutes. As Priya said, you can start with small, like 2 minutes, then 5 minutes. Ideally, at the University of California, they had done a research and they found 20 minutes of meditation takes out your anxiety of and stress of day-to-day life. It's a promise. It's promise from me. If you practice meditation, bond paper pe likhi, you will be stress-free. No worry, no tension. But it's very important, the commitment and consistency. That's very, very important. It's not that aaj kiya, kal nahi kiya. No. Every single day, it's like a dental hygiene, it's a mental hygiene. Like every day there's a kachra jama hota hai. Every day you have to sit for 10-15 minutes and take out all that garbage. Okay? So that's about it. And I'll take 2 minutes to share my experience, Naina, about my. So, around 20 years, I'm from Nair basically, and then I went to UK. I did my fellowship there. I was there for 5 years, and I came back and joined Jaslok Hospital. So the first year as a consultant, like Jaslok Hospital is a private hospital. So a lot of high-profile patient, high-risk patient, कोई ऐसे one होता ही नहीं उधर. No, diabetes, hypertension, like look at the smile, like Viral, I think he's managing similar patient. Diabetes, hypertension is ASA1. In corp, ASA1 means to hota hi hai na, means it can be 25 or 30. Diabetes, hypertension normal, like a lot of people are smiling, so that is ASA1. So when I came from UK, I saw a high-profile patient from the Pedder Road and obese and their diabetic hypertension, heart disease and depression and whatnot, many big list of drugs. And I was so stressed, extremely stressed working that time. And you know what? That stress, I was not aware. That time, my daughter Anisha was very young. She was 3-year-old, and I started getting repeated URTs. Because of stress, my immunity went down immediately. As soon as you get infection, you know your immunity is down. Just see if you're stressed because of something. So I used to get repeated attack of tonsillitis every month, so much that every month the ENT surgeon, Dr. Karnik, was there. He used to upgrade my antibiotics, like small, thoda se augmentin. Then at one stage he started metrogel for me. And one fine day told me after a few months, you get tonsillectomy done, enough. And I was not ready. We are anesthetists, so we don't want to go under anesthesia, right? We know what are the problems. So I said no. And exactly similar time, I learned Sudarshan Kriya meditation. And in that course, they normally tell ki you do this practice for 40 days. And if you don't like, you just stop it. Like you just experience. So I started doing the meditation practice. And you won't believe this. I did the course in 2004. It's 2024. 20 years, not a single attack of tonsillitis. And there was a day when I was about to undergo a tonsillectomy. So what I'm telling, we underestimate value of these simple techniques of pranayama and meditation. Only daily practice of that, all these techniques can help you to manage your life without any stress and anxiety. Yes? Yeah? And it is not difficult. It's very, very easy. Okay. That's it from me. It's 8:20, I think. Thank you, Naina, Dr. Amla, Viral, Yogita, and all the organizing team. I must thank Anita. Dr. Anita Shetty is here. Naina, she's here. I must thank her because you know what? Last month, February, I went to Cooper Hospital and Naina's hospital, and as a part of their MBBS program, I took a meditation session for 400 medical student, MBBS student there. And then I went to meet Anita Shetty and I said, you know what, I took the session for MBBS, but mera ichha hai, I want to take this session for our students, like our MD students. You see, last month or last 2-3 months back, somebody committed suicide from the Sion Hospital surgical register. This is happening so frequently. I said, I've been trained by Art of Living to take this session. I can give my time and I can take the session for medical student. So Dr. Anita said, "Theek hai, we will start the session with your and Priya's lecture." So that is where she told me, ki Priya ka lecture rakte. Priya is my student. She's very good. We'll keep her lecture, then we'll keep your lecture. We'll start like that. I'm very happy that so many anesthetists and senior people are here. Dr. Amla is there, and so many dignitaries are here. I am sort of proposing you that I can take online free session, the stress management session for our MD, DNB students. Maybe we can keep it as for just before exam, one online or offline session. Just I can teach them few techniques. I can teach them what to eat, how to sleep, small, simple thing. And that will help to come out of that anxiety and stress. Okay, na? So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aparna, for that enlightening session and what I experienced to meditate with you. And I would like to share my personal experience. Aparna had been after me since ages to meditate. And during COVID, when the situation became overwhelming, I started meditating, and 3 years I'll complete. And it's a completely life-changing experience for me. So thanks for being there for many people like me. And it is a very good idea to take session for our MD, DNB students. We can see our students getting stressed out, not only with studies, but there are so many other things, so much baggage they carry when they come for this PG. And it will be definitely helpful to all of them. Now we can take few questions. So if you have any questions actually both the sessions were so good and so complete that I don't think anybody has any question in their mind. But still, if you want to ask any questions, I think both our speakers are available. I can see in the chat box, everybody is so happy and content with whatever they have heard today from both the speakers, and both the speakers have really done an excellent job. I don't think till now there are any questions.
I've put my number in the chat box. I would request everyone to message me if possible. You can save my number because क्या होता है ना chat में the messages are gone. So if you can, thank you, Dr. Deepa. So I can. There are few, but I'll keep reading. But if you can just personally WhatsApp me, I would love it. Like it's like a Guru Dakshina. You can do that for me. Anything else, Neha?
I don't think there are any questions, and I would just ask Amla Madam if she has something to add.
Can I make a comment, Dr. Naina?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Both talks were excellent, and to combine the two, I mean, especially from the point of private practitioners' point of view, I mean, I always talk on their behalf. The 20% rule was fantastic. I feel as private practitioners, if we can choose our 20% surgeons, because I'm sure all of us have the good surgeons and the bad surgeons. The day you start working with good people, your stress is reduced in life. As private practitioners, I've done that almost 15 years back, and believe me, I'm extremely happy in my private practice. Today, I end up working with 4 or 5 surgeons. I was doing 15, 20 cases a day, and the day I reduced my workload, I realized how happy I am today. So it has been quite stress-free life for me. And by the way, this is the first time I tried to do something like a meditation in my life. Thank you, Dr. Aparna. Something
Thank you.
new for me.
Thank you so
Thank you for the input, Dr. Gupta. There is a question from Dr. Vikram. Do meditation empty stomach or anytime? Aparna?
Preferably empty stomach. So that's why I do it as soon as I get up. So with meditation, just like if you had a very heavy meal, 2 hours minimum. If you had something light, just because abhi khana khaya the meditation nahi karna, you keep postponing. So I don't want you to postpone. So you had something light, you can just sit with the eyes closed. The problem is more with the pranayam, that too with Kapalabhati or Basrika. So it's okay. 1-2 hours is fine.
So then there is one more question. Meditation can increase immunity. So Dr. Vipul
Yes.
feels, yeah.
Exactly same feeling and कुछ हजम नहीं हुआ. Exact same. ऐसा कैसे होता है? Because see, it has been proven. I don't know which. It increases innate immunity. One of the scientific paper has said it increases innate immunity. It also increases some markers for cancers also. So there is a lot of research.
So
Thank
can I just summarize? Can I add?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Uh, what thinking over the stress that we say, it comes from wanting more, stretching and overstretching yourself. You want to have more. Then for some, there is a need to be visible, need to flaunt whatever you have. Then always there is a fear of missing out. You feel that you are being neglected. So that is another cause of stress. Another very important cause of stress is lack of knowledge. Remember, knowledge is power, and it is better to possess knowledge. If you don't know anything, then you feel you become diffident. So that is something that you don't want to do. Another next thing what I have observed is inability to say no. You have to say no firmly, because then if you accept so many things, so many responsibilities, you are not doing justice to either of them, and in the bargain invite a lot of problems. Another thing of stress is not anticipating things. You are doing a bad mistake. What can go wrong in this case? Anticipate. So whenever actually that complication occurs, you are mentally prepared for this. Now, of course, you will otherwise also prepare for any eventuality. In Sion Hospital, we had done ISO certification. And at that time, we were taught the concept of 5 S's in Japanese. So one of them is sort. Sorting things and prioritizing things is also very important. That can also reduce your stress level. And prioritize in such a way that, that will help you in your time management, how much time to do for each task. I think all these will help in reducing the stress level and of course meditation. And even I also do meditation regularly and that has helped me a lot. And actually at my position it is required a lot. So somehow I am coping with.
Thank you, madam, for that sum up. And I thank both our speakers for today's excellent discussion. We can all use these tips given by Dr. Priya and Dr. Aparna in our day-to-day life. It will help us to utilize our time to the maximum, and we can manage to control our stress, thereby leading a more fulfilling life. Once again, thank you very much, Dr. Priya and Dr. Aparna. Over to you, Viral.
Thank you, madam. So to conclude the webinar, I would like to thank ISM Mumbai Metro and SAMS for giving us this platform to discuss this enriching topic. Thanks to Dr. Priya Sadavarti madam and Dr. Aparna Bhaktar madam for such an enlightening session for all of us. And specifically the small intricacies about how to take out time for yourself, the me time, how important it is, and how to de-stress ourselves. Ma'am, the session was amazing. Thank you to both of you. I would also like to thank Dr. Naina Dari madam for moderating the webinar so flawlessly. I thank all the senior faculty members from ISM Mumbai Metro, Dr. Amla madam, and all other city branches, Dr. Rajesh Rao sir, from ISM National, Dr. Pankaj Gupta sir for gracing the occasion. Also Dr. Rajesh Tagadpalle sir and Dr. Avinash Bhosle sir from SAMS. Last but not the least, to all the attendees who participated in such large numbers and made this webinar successful. I hope that all of us have definitely got some meaningful insights, and we should definitely try to utilize the tips given by our speakers in our day-to-day life. Thank you to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. हॅलो. हा मॅडम, आता वेबिनार संपलं तर मी होस्ट आहे तर मला दुसरं काही